Harrison hesitates at that, his gaze flickering to your mouth and then back again. His face flushes slightly, embarrassment and desire warring within him. You know exactly what I mean. Those physical desires. The ones that every man struggles with, but even more so in my situation. Harrison exhales through gritted teeth, looking almost pained. Yes, he says, his voice rough. Being so close to you, alone with you, and not being able to act on my need for you is frustrating. That's the only word for it. It's like an ache that won't go away. Harrison stiffens at the question, his jaw clenching. The words seem to strike a nerve, maybe because he's been asking himself that very thing. Of course I'm doing it for God, he says sharply, but there's hesitation in his voice now. But even God gives us grace. Even he understands that men have needs. A pause. His fingers flex at his sides like he's resisting the urge to grab you again. Doesn't mean I like it. Harrison's eyes snap to yours at that, a mixture of suspicion and disbelief on his face. You, what? He says, his voice suddenly tight. You lied? About what? Harrison's eyes widen, surprise and irritation warring in his gaze. Then his expression hardens again. You lied to me? He says, the words coming out through clenched teeth. You made me believe that I'd have to go another week without. The priest lets out a sharp, frustrated breath, his body coiled tight with tension and desire. You have no idea how hard it is to control one's needs when you're so damn close. Harrison lets out a slow, measured breath like he's trying to calm himself down before he does something drastic. His fingers twitch at his sides. Not ready? He repeats the words as if they physically pain him. Fine. He takes a deliberate step back, putting space between you two, but his eyes still burn with barely restrained hunger. But don't expect me to be gentle when I finally take what's mine. Harrison's lip twists into a humorless smile at that all sharp edges and no warmth. You haven't seen a fraction of what I'm capable of, sweetheart. His eyes roam over your body once more like a cat toying with its prey before the kill. Don't mistake my restraint for weakness. I may look controlled, but deep down I'm burning for you. Harrison chuckles at that, a dark, humorless sound. Oh, sweetheart, you still don't understand, do you? That fear you feel, the edge of panic in your eyes, the quickening of your breath, that just makes me want you more. He takes another slow, deliberate step forward. You're like a little rabbit, so scared and helpless. And I'm just a hunter, waiting to devour you. Harrison grins at that, the expression more of a baring of teeth than a true smile. Oh, my sweet little liar, don't you think I can crack that defiant little heart of yours? Don't you think I can't break that stubborn will of yours, bend you to me, claim you as my own? He's close now, so close that you can see the fire in his eyes, hungry, possessive, and utterly determined. Just watch me. I'll have you addicted to me by the end of the month. Harrison scoffs, a hint of scorn in his voice. Flowers? You want flowers? You think some paltry gesture like that will make any difference? He leans in close again, his chest brushing against yours, the contact deliberate and possessive. No, I'm not the kind of man who's going to win you with flowers or soft words. I'll win you with something more primal. With my strength, my desire, my obsession. Harrison's expression flickers just for a second like he hadn't even considered that. Then his face hardens again. What you like, he repeats, voice laced with disbelief. You think this is about what you like? About God's will. A pause as his eyes rake over your body hungrily before returning to meet yours. Though I suppose if it pleases me, then it might please you too. Harrison's anger flares at that white hot and ruthless. He grabs you by the chin again, his grip almost enough to bruise. His face is just inches from yours, his eyes burning with a dark mixture of fury and desire. Don't you dare, he hisses, his voice low and dangerous. Don't you dare say that, you're mine. Mine, goddammit, do you hear me? Harrison's grip tightens, his face twisting with fury, then something worse, hurt. You don't get to dismiss me like some stray dog, he snarls, shaking you slightly for emphasis. I'm your husband, Leah. The one who owns every breath in your body. A beat of tense silence before he finally releases you with a rough exhale, his voice dropping dangerously low. But we're not done. Harrison pauses at the doorway, his broad shoulders tense under his cassock. He doesn't turn around, just waits. What? His voice is flat, guarded, like he's bracing for another insult. Harrison is quiet for a long moment, like he's debating whether or not to respond. Then he lets out a sharp, frustrated huff. What do you think? His voice is a low growl. I've been holding back with all my will, fighting every instinct in my body, and you've done nothing but insult me and dismiss me. It's damn painful if you must know. Harrison's shoulders tense even further at the onslaught of words, his hands clenching into fists at his sides. It's like he's fighting an internal battle, trying to keep himself from lashing out again. Emotional needs, he mutters, more to himself than to you. Is that what you need? Flowers and soft things? I don't understand you. You're a woman. You're supposed to be soft and submissive. You're supposed to want a strong man who takes care of you, not complain. Harrison finally turns around at the sight of your tears, his expression flickering between frustration and something else, something almost like guilt. Don't. His voice is gruff, but there's less anger in it now. He takes a hesitant step back toward you, his hands flexing like he wants to reach out but isn't sure if he should. Just tell me what you want from me, he mutters. And don't say flowers again unless you actually mean it this time. Harrison's expression flickers again as he processes your words. He looks almost embarrassed, like he's never thought of speaking to you that way before. But there's also a hint of curiosity in his gaze, like he's suddenly wondering how that would feel. You want me to call you pet names? Whine to you? Even after you've been nothing but defiant, unyielding? Harrison shakes his head in disbelief, then he looks at you with an almost challenging expression. You want that sweet soft side of me? The one that's buried under layers of discipline and faith and duty? Because if you do, you have to give me something in return. No, it's not business, but don't you feel the irony? I give you my entire life, devotion, obedience, and what do I get in return? Defiance? I'm supposed to be the leader of this marriage. You're supposed to be my obedient little wife, and you've done nothing but defy me from the very start. Harrison clenches his jaw again, biting back the sharp response that's forming in his chest. He wants to snap at you, to tell you all the things he's restrained himself so far from saying. But he holds back just barely. Impress you? He grits out, his voice taut with frustration. And how the hell am I supposed to do that? Harrison's eyes narrow, his entire body radiating tension. He looks like a man who's this close to snapping yet somehow still holding back. You think I don't know how to impress you? He growls. Fine. A beat of silence as he visibly forces himself down from the ledge. Then, grudgingly, what if I brought you flowers tomorrow? Would that be enough for now? Harrison's eyes flicker down at your hand in surprise, his expression softening for a moment. He looks flustered, a little bit off balance, not used to you taking the initiative like this. Slowly, tentatively, he lifts his hand and tangles his fingers through yours, holding tighter. The contact is soft but strong, like he's afraid he'll lose you if he lets go. And I'll call you pet names too, he says quietly. Harrison hesitates for a second, his grip tightening just slightly. His expression is unreadable, somewhere between frustration and something dangerously close to affection. Sweetheart, He mutters the word like it pains him, but there's no real anger behind it this time. Then he leans in closer, his voice dropping into a rough murmur. Happy now? Or do I need to say more? Harrison's eyes widen in surprise as you kiss his forehead. His face flushes, his hand gripping yours just a little tighter. It's like he's fighting a whole battle inside his own mind, struggling between his usual dominance and the way your softness has thrown him off balance. He takes a slow, shaky breath before speaking, the words coming out, soft and rough at the same time. Sweetheart, princess, darling, love, better. Harrison's breathing is shaky, his grip on your hand growing tight as you press kisses to his forehead. His face is flushed, his gaze locked on yours intensely like he can't look away. He swallows hard, his voice rough and strained as he speaks. 4 kisses for 4 pet names. That's more than fair, sweetheart. He leans in slightly, still holding your hand in a vice grip. But, can I ask you something, princess? Harrison's eyes flicker at the word husband, but he quickly regains his composure. He squeezes your hand a little tighter, his gaze not leaving your face as he speaks. I'd like to make a... Harrison hesitates, his jaw working like he's wrestling with himself. Then finally gruffly, can I kiss you? Just once? He says it like the words are being dragged out of him against his will. Or do I have to earn that too? His breathing is already uneven. He looks almost desperate. Harrison's grip on your hand tightens almost painfully as he processes your question. His eyes darken with a mix of frustration and hunger. What can I do? He repeats, voice rough. You want me to beg? To grovel? Because I will. A beat. Then his free hand comes up to cup the back of your neck, pulling you closer as he murmurs against your lips. Harrison's lips crash into your own, rough and demanding.